When vybzkartel first came home from prison, I remember seeing Tony Matterhorn on social media telling him stay off the internet. Remember that? Um, People would get tired of you. Just relax, get your health, which that was good advice. Is relax and get his health back in shape, get himself back in shape, and get well. That was a good. That was good. That was good suggestion. But now we see where he and MC Nuffy has some kind of issue going on there, and with that, as usual, they have to, anybody who is linked to Vybz Cartel, who is in any kind of situation with someone else, they always are going to bring Vybz Cartel into it. They will speak to the person as though they're speaking to him. But if you listen carefully, it is directed to Vybz Cartel. When Vybz Cartel was putting his team together, I remember the last person he added was Lenny Matic. When he landed here in Florida, of course, going home from the airport, Cartel, he video everything. I remember he said, Lenny Matic, I know you're there, link me. You understand? So that was the last person he added to his team. So if Tony Matterhorn is upset that he's not the one traveling the world with Vybz Cartel, as a selector, because, Vybz Cartel doesn't use a band, he needs a selector, and he has that person. Okay? This is a part of his team. All right? Maybe you guys should have sent out your resumes or whatever. But what I hear him saying, the same thing Footers Hype is saying, that they're the one that bust Vybz Cartel, and they're responsible for his career taking off. Yes, of course you guys played his music, and you both benefited. You have some Cartel new tune. Of course, you benefit. He benefited. Okay, his music, you help him to get the music out there. But for you guys to keep saying that you are responsible for his career, without you guys, nobody would ever know about him. That is not true. You're not the only selectors around, guys. We even have selectors all the way in Europe. Look at Mighty Crown. All those sound system in England and everywhere, they have Vybz Cartel music. They have heard of him. Okay, so I would suggest that Tony Matterhorn just keep, his gripe between him and MC Nuffy, and do not involve Vybz Cartel. Yes, I know when he talks about Vybz Cartel, he will get more views, more likes, more share. I get that. Okay, because that is what everyone is doing. That is the reason we have got to pray for Vybz Cartel, pray for his health, pray for his mind, okay, and just pray for his mouth, that he doesn't come out and say the wrong thing. Okay, don't answer any of these fools. They're foolish. They're foolish. How are you taking credit for Vybz Cartel's entire career because you played a couple of his music? Like I said, everybody benefited. Everyone benefited from it. Yes. So no, Tony Matterhorn, you did not bust Vybz Cartel. Okay, you played his music like every other selector did. Okay? Viewer and subscribers, leave your comment. When will this end? When will this end? Oh, before I go, Cargo. Remember, Cargo was the one who told Massacre to, get bold and get brawling and go ahead and diss Vybz Cartel, just finish him off. Well, today, he has changed his mind. He is now saying that Massacre has no personality. And Massacre must make sure that there's certain artists, like Mr. Vegas and all that, make sure that they don't work before him on any show. There's a lot of shows coming up, guys. Before you know it, it'll be spring into summer, and all the festivals like you saw last year. So they'll meet. All of these artists you see feuding and everything, they will eventually meet up. Okay? While backstage, you know, everybody have their booth, or how do you say, you know, they have their area there, where their hosts at there, and until they're ready to go on stage, where they could have their entourage with them, their team, whatever. But they will meet. They will meet up. So Cargo, you know, Cargo, you're a hypocrite. Like you said, you're not Gaza, you're nothing. Okay? But you said that you want to be. You want to be Gaza, and you're working your way, working your way, hoping that the fans will like you and accept you. But you know, you've got to make up your mind, my friend. You told him to diss Vybz Cartel in the worst way. And now you're saying, you know, he got to get this together. You know, he went out there on the stage in Antigua, just, you know, like him is a sweet boy and what have you. You know, he didn't approach the stage the way he should have. And we all agree with that. But, you know, don't be a two-faced. Don't be two-faced, Cargo. Don't be telling people that this Vybz Cartel, you know, because once you put it out there, it's there. You can't say you never said it, you know. And now you're saying nothing but just awful things about Massacre. You probably should have kept this off the air. Contact him and just give him some tips. I don't even see you working anywhere other than TikTok, you know. Cargo is not working anywhere. I don't see him on any show. Maybe in Jamaica, maybe a little Sunday night, Saturday night thing, he might hold the mic and do his most popular song or whatever. But that's not an actual booking. That's not a show. That's not a concert. That's not him packing out venues. Okay? When will all of these artists get it together? And when it all boils down, it all stems from Vybz Cartel coming home from prison. Viewers and subscribers, do you agree with me? Please leave a comment. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.